What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm here with the star of the Purge Anarchy, Frank Grillo. Thank you so much for having us in such a lovely environment.
Thank you. Welcome to my house.
So I saw the film last night, and I have to be honest, there's not very many films that I see nowadays that I literally take with me once I leave the theater. I was pretty much terrified of anybody I saw.
That's good, right? That we've done our job, yeah.
What is the annual Purge?
One day a night for 12 hours, all crime is legal. And so the theory is that if you let people purge for those 12 hours, then the rest of the year is crime-free. And that's what starts to happen in our country, is that crime rates are at the lowest that they've ever been. So it's working in some capacity, and until people start to use the purge for different reasons.
You can't go out there. You know how dangerous it is.
First characters I came up with his mother and daughter who were struggling in the society. She was a single mom. Was seeing them just struggle in this world financially. They're the kind of moral center of that little pack of a mother, daughter.
Who are they? It looks like an army. I have no idea.
Ah!
It's them. No, it can't be. They haven't even come inside yet. That was right in the other room.
She begins as a fairly passive, working mother, single mother of Callie, who's her daughter.
Eva, here to protect you. Protect you from me.
It's a very odd relationship and dynamic that they have, and in some ways, Callie's more of the mum than I am.
Where's the gun?
The dynamic is strange because her mom is definitely strong. Ava's a strong woman, but she's a lot more introverted, and Callie's really outspoken. I think that's because she sees how her mother handles some situations and she doesn't agree with it.
This is what he was looking for tonight. Let's bring these two downstairs.
Big Daddy, we have 2 for your personal purge. Bringing them down now.
And then the third part of the equation is this young couple. They're traveling to their sister's because the sister has protection, they don't. They can't afford protection.
I'm sorry, I'm so anxious. It's just tonight.
We're gonna be okay. Just like always. Whoa.
And our car gets broken down, and we kind of get stranded in the city.
We're downtown. Everyone comes downtown to purge, Shane.
Hey, don't worry. We'll figure something out. I promise.
Because of the events that happened that day, the things that really don't matter in life that start to seem to matter just disappear, and it's all about survival. Your priorities get clear very quickly.
And then on top of that, the mother and daughter get stranded, and our mysterious character stumbles upon them and then has to make this moral decision that gets in the way of his grand mission of purging that night.
He's got one intent, and that is to revenge. I lose a child to a drunk driver, and I'm not a person who would normally purge, but I use that device as a way to justify my revenge.
This won't bring him back. It won't make you feel any better. Don't do this.
It's late. You need to leave.
There's so many different aspects of the purge. It's not just people killing each other. There's so much violence that can happen because it's all legal. So when he comes in, it's kind of like that is the beginning of our horrible journey.
You, what was that army doing in your building? Why were they after you? Why were they after you?
I don't know.
Why are you in the streets?
Our car just broke down. Our car broke down.
We don't want to hurt anybody.
Are you armed?
No.
What about you? What were you doing outside?
So we've seen you in films like Captain America, The Gray, and A Gangster Squad. How was being in a film like this different to those films?
You really have to suspend disbelief a little bit when you get involved with a film like this, because you have to really think, what is the purge and could it ever happen? And so you have to not kind of judge the character and just kind of go along for the ride, much like the audience has to go along for the ride, because it is something that is kind of far-fetched.
For the fans of the first one, what can they expect from this one that differs from the first Purge?
The scope of this film is much greater, it's much bigger, and we're out in the streets, and there's a journey that we go on.
Those are the guys that were after us.
Okay, it's not our problem. We're gonna have people in front of us, and we're gonna have people behind us. As long as we move, we'll be fine. I equate it to a film that I saw when I was young called Escape from New York with Kurt Russell, which was a, kind of a chase film.
And you're just dragged along as the viewer throughout the whole city.
Yeah. Listen, I'm in the film, so I know all the tricks. And I was like you. It was intense. It was.
Yeah.
By the end, I was shaking.
I'm still still shaking.
See?
Technically, I am still
You're sweating,
shaking.
you're shaking.
I know.
It's gonna be much quicker if we go down here. I'm stuck. Get off of me. I'm stuck.
It's a trap. It's a trap. We don't have time. Move away. I gotta shoot it. Move away.
What? You're gonna what?
I'm gonna shoot it. Move.
Okay.
Now, like you were saying earlier, you guys are trying to make it through the city, and it's shot in downtown LA, and it literally looks like you shut down all of downtown LA. I don't think I've ever seen it so
Quiet.
bare and quiet, yes.
I'm a New Yorker. The interesting thing about downtown LA is after dark, it kind of closes down. There's a lot of parts of the city where you don't see a car or a person. And we were able to kind of, block off those streets and do our thing. But it was outside in LA the whole time. The whole thing is shot on location and not in the studio.
And how does that help you as an actor when you get to work in an actual environment in a location like that where it's not, a set that's necessarily like built specifically for this movie, and you guys are in the nitty-gritty kind of it all?
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about doing films as opposed to television, which is usually shot on a soundstage. You don't really have to act as much, you don't have to manufacture, your imagination doesn't have to manufacture being in some place. It's, we were on the streets of LA, and there's something spooky. As soon as you start running down a dark alley, you feel like you're being chased.
Yeah.
And so, it enhances the experience.
I grew up in LA, and I definitely pick up what you're putting down. LA, that's why I think it's kind of mystical about it, because it's one of the only metropolitan cities I feel that actually does die.
It does.
Around like 2 in the morning. And there are some people out there that I feel like you guys could have just clearly used as extras for the Purge.
We did.
Oh, really?
Absolutely, we did. And you know what they also have a lot of in downtown LA when the sun goes down? Rats. There were rats everywhere.
Don't say that about my city. They're only in New York.
They're
only
not.
In New York.
They moved. You know what? They wanted the warm weather because all the rats came to LA. Yeah, we would have nights where we'd have to stop shooting because the rats would just take over the alley.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding.
Are you creeped out by rats?
No, I mean, I grew up in New York, so there's rats everywhere. I mean, they pass the, they're harmless. But they were all over the place.
I've never had to shoot something so fast.
You're good with guns. Guessing you're either a cop or a criminal, huh?
It's good that we shot it like this because it keeps you in the headspace of this whole other world that we're living in.
We shoot really fast, and I feel like that does help the pace of the movie and helps the actors. There's not a ton of waiting around on our sets.
We shot all nights, so we're talking about 3 and 4 in the morning, running down alleys, real rats everywhere. I mean, there were rats everywhere. Like, there's a rat in the movie, and there were rats everywhere on set, freaking everybody out. And our actors were game, and there were a lot of injuries and scrapes and bruises, but it was physical. It was crazy. It was a good, being out in downtown LA at night, 4 in the morning with rats, made everybody feel very like we were out there purging.
Cut, let's go. Good, we got it. Cut.
In the film, you guys are also extremely active because you guys are basically on foot throughout this whole film. I mean, did you have, what kind of preparation did you do as far as like getting physically fit as well as getting into your character who seemed like he already kind of knew his way around a rifle and a shank and a gun and a machete and everything that you could basically find to kill somebody with?
Yeah, my character in the movie certainly was handy with weapons, and they call me Sarge, he calls me. The only time you ever hear him refer to me is Sergeant. So early on, we had decided I was a military guy and had an extensive experience in Afghanistan, and that was part of the backstory.
Well, what exactly did you have to do to physically get into the role?
I was in kind of good shape because I had come off of Captain America, and we had done, I think, 6 months of between training and shooting, and it was all fighting, and so I was in pretty decent shape, and I stay in good shape because these are the kind of films that I do. So it was pretty easy, but it was physical, and it was mostly night shoots, so it does kind of tend to play on your psyche a little bit, and we got beat up somewhat because it was so physical, and just running with guns and picking people up and all that stuff. You get bumps and bruises. I still have a bad knee. In fact, I think I have to talk to my lawyer about it.
No! That is so crazy because I knew you had the skills. There's one of the first scenes where you encountered the semi and you just literally like a ninja take 8 people out.
By the way, I am a ninja.
Well, then there you go.
I'm not even sitting here right now. It's amazing. I'm running around the room in a black cape.
But that actually was one of my favorite scenes because I felt like it was the most fluid of
Right.
all of them, because they were on you throughout
Yeah.
every killing.
Yeah.
And
you know, it was loosely choreographed, but they let me kind of do my thing, and he shot it in such a way where it was circular, and I think that worked. That was my favorite scene too.
Welcome back, guys. We are in the 305 in Miami with Frank Grillo, the star of the Purge Anarchy. Now, I just got to experience probably one of the most wicked things of my life.
Is that why you're sweating?
That is why I'm profusely sweating. I'm so sorry. The Purge Breakout.
Yeah.
Have you got to check it out?
I have. I'm kind of amazed. I'm speechless. I didn't participate, but I walked through the entire.
Well, because you participated in the real thing.
Right, but I don't think I'd be able to get through the first thing. I don't know how anybody figured that out. It's amazing.
I don't think anybody has. I took a team of like 4 men, and they all let me down.
You didn't make it through.
No, we died.
And I saw you come out, and you were. I've never seen anybody so frightened.
You know what? And I usually really don't get that scared over things like that, but it really feels like you get a chance to be in the film. I mean, I really felt the pressure of like the purge is going to start. People are going to start ransacking, this house, and like my life is in danger.
Right, and that's what the movie is.
You guys have to check it out, and if you want to put some earplugs on, I suggest that you do, because I just screamed like a couple times.
I heard you scream from outside.
It was a little scary. It was a little scary. Check it out. This is the Purge Breakout.
Announcing 30 minutes until the commencement of the annual purge.
Line him against the wall! Line him against the wall! Line more! Line more! Line more!
All right, guys, so we are here at the Purge Breakout, and it's about to get super intense. Josh, what is about to happen to me?
Your group has decided to join us on the evening of the Purge. You only have 30 minutes to escape. One of the characters that's in the sequel, his name is Big Daddy. He's taken you all hostage. He's locked you in your basement. Your goal here is to break out of his house within 30 minutes before he comes in to kill you all.
Oh my God, that sounds terrifying. I obviously could not do this by myself, so I'm making my mun2 crew do this with me. I'm so ready.
Let's do it. Everybody inside.
Oh no!
Have fun, everybody.
She's a really good tire.
Why would they put so many keys on here?
You're free, little bird! You're free! 962, page 962. Oh God, it's good! They made it squishy! Go, Jeff!
Go,
Jeff, go, please!
No, that doesn't seem cool.
Oh God!
Jeff,
Closet.
you have to
No,
go in.
you gotta go in there. Jesus.
701 pound.
There you go. It's a diagram. Top black circle, bottom red square.
There we go. Triangle, red triangle. Right. 9.
Yeah. Green circle.
Green circle, and then blank. Oh my. Ah!
Who hides keys on dead bodies?
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system. Announcing 1 minute until the commencement of the annual purge.
Oh my God, we're gonna die!
I'll take that.
Oh my God, that was like seriously the most intense thing I've ever done in my life. I think I need to go change my underwear. Oh my goodness.
If you're not purging, we advise you to get off the streets. It'll soon be a war up there.
So I have a question. What would Frank Grillo do differently from your character in The Purge Anarchy?
Hide. Yeah. Frank Grillo's a coward.
Oh, but you're a ninja!
No, I'm a scared ninja. No, I would hide when I don't want anything to do with the Purge.
You should just say, like, oh, I'll switch it to stealth mode.
No, yeah, I'll switch it to stealth mode and hide.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I would definitely hide as well. How do you purge? As far as, like, maybe how do you vent?
I throw up. No. I don't. I purge. How do I purge? How do we all purge? We go to the gym. You know, we run. We read a book.
I gotta start doing those things.
Yeah, I know. You don't go to the gym.
No.
No, but that's how I purge. I mean, I don't really feel it necessary to. I don't think things are that bad that I need to purge.
Get up!
Just drive. Just drive. Just drive.
If anybody knows Frank and they'll see him in the movie, this is not a man pretending to be tough. Frank's actually really tough in real life. And we always said, let's not have an actor pretending to be tough. Let's actually get a real tough guy who can act too.
He's awesome. Number one, he's such a cool person. There's a stillness and a calmness in him, but at the same time, there's an urgency because of what he's trying to do at the end of this night.
Little by little, my heart opens up, and I think by the end, you realize that this guy's made a journey emotionally and psychologically that he no longer can possibly do this. You know, I can't bring my son back, and you know, you see some hope. You get over there, you run. You don't stop, you don't look back, you don't wait for me, understand? You go. Come on.
He's a man's man, and we always wanted that. We wanted someone who felt like a real 70s actor, a Lee Marvin type in the role, and I think Frank kind of captured that for us.
Now, Frank, thank you so much for having us today. This is an experience I definitely will not forget ever, whether I like it or not. Is there any final words you'd like to leave us with?
Take a break from superheroes and monsters and go see The Purge.
There you go, in theaters July 18th. You guys rock.
We're gonna have people in front of us, we're gonna have people behind us. Don't stop, don't look back. Run for your life.
People like us, we don't survive tonight!
It's my night to back! Fight back!
They're coming.
Well, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed our mun2 presents The Purge Anarchy. Big thanks to Frank Grillo and the people at the Purge Breakout for officially traumatizing me for the rest of my life. You guys rock. I'm gonna take a nap because I'm scared and tired.